let's go. So, live market update number one. I'd say we start with Bitcoin and then kind of move through the top 10. Are you seeing this left screen as well with the CoinGecko
Yeah,
and
we can see it.
CoinMarketCap?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll just go through these, and if you have any, how does it work with questions now on this channel? If someone wants to ask a question.
I have to unmute them. So if they can tag me in chat.
Okay, so
Just
if you have a question, just yeah, on chat, right? You
yeah,
want to do
right.
this on the chat, on the main chat?
I think so. Like, is there anything else? Wait.
Because there's no real. Yeah, ask anything. Good idea. And ask anything. And then we'll kind of go through that. And next time we'll hopefully have the other channel up and running. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna start with Bitcoin, our favorite. So I like to look at the moving averages. I have a little script. It's actually in the resources channel if you guys want to check it out. If you like moving averages, you can play around with whatever you want, uh, like exponential or the regular one. Um, anyways, as you can see there, I'm personally pretty bullish again. Um, ever since we crossed, the moving average, the 200. This blue one here is the 200 on the daily chart. This is a weekly chart, yeah, a weekly time frame, but it's actually a daily moving average. So just above that, and we got a little retest here. 44. Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on this entire thing? 1 second. Let me. Still fighting with my setup here. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Cool. So I think we're at a really sweet spot. Can you just give me another? I can hear you, so I know that you're there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, like this, and then if we go way back in time. You have this situation where, I mean, market tanks obviously, and then we cross above, and then from there, this is a pretty positive kind of area. So, anyways, what I was gonna say is my bias is pretty rather bullish again. What about you?
Yeah, I'm like same, but I think still we can have like a dump to 43 levels. It's possible, but overall, I think if we can hold the quarterly VWAP, we can see some nice upside in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Like 45 would be also a good swing position if we get it. So yeah.
That would be 45, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like a retest of this daily 200 moving average, pretty much. That's kind of what I was looking for. I mean, to be honest, I don't really trade Bitcoin manually really anymore, because I've automated my strategy, but this is kind of what it looks for, setups like this, on moving averages and retests and all of that. So I think this is great. I think as you've seen as well, like other coins. I mean, we'll get into that after, but like, there's like, Sol had a huge run now the last few days, last
Yeah.
week, 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that. That was really nice. Um, I actually bought some spot at like 88 or something like that, so that's been pretty good. Um, and yeah, I mean there's not really much to say. We're at a point where I'm a bit I'm obviously towards the upside, but like you never know, you know. That's why I'm gonna keep neutral and kind of trade it by level, which I think most people are doing anyways. This is for me. This is like the cool air. This is where I would look for, if I was um gonna take another long here. This is kind of where I would look to enter, honestly. Like, yeah, yeah. Does anyone have any questions? I'm gonna be honest, this is my first time doing anything live, so I'm pretty much new here. Um, I don't know what you all expect. Um, maybe, send a quick text to the chat, like what you'd like us to cover today in terms of you know, setups and all of that, or any questions that you might have. So, that we don't keep stalling and things like this, because honestly, I'm a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And
If you want,
yeah, go
if
ahead.
you want, like I can give a quick low time frame update. So,
Yes, that would be great. Honestly, that would be great.
yeah,
Do you
let
wanna
me.
do you wanna share your
Yeah, I'm gonna
do you
share
wanna
my
share your
screen.
screen?
Yeah,
Okay.
give me a sec. So,
Share your screen.
you can see my screen.
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna stop sharing mine.
Okay, nice. So, low time frame update. As you can see, like yesterday, we got this quick pump and dump. Still resisting here, trying to get like over this 47.5 level. I think if we get some acceptance above this area, we can start with a next run to upwards 50. But other than that, I think I want to see lower first. Like this would be a nice area, and this too, to go through some longs. Especially this is the yearly VWAP, the upper band of the yearly VWAP. So last time we had a really nice bounce, expecting the same thing. Overall, not much buy pressure in the last few days. Lots of shorts getting liquidated like on these moves. So we get quick pumps and then huge sells coming again, hitting supply. So let's see how it's going. So maybe for a short, not really looking at the shorts to be honest, because as I said, I'm also bullish, but maybe for, like I'm low time frame scalping. Like this area could be a quick scalp short if we get it first. If we get 45, 44, 45 first, I wouldn't short this area again, because I think we're going to break up again here. And on the 4-hour chart, I still think we have like these longs here. We can still like liquidate them too. So a possible scenario for me would be like the best. I would add more spot again, because I de-risk at the range high. And a possible scenario for me would be like a quick down under 33 and then recovery fast and then up towards 50. So that's like overall my in low time frame update. And yeah, anyone
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? Like I don't know. You're not trading low time frame, right? On BTC.
I well, Bitcoin is a bit of a I mean I've just have everything automated. Also low time frame. I mean I can sometimes rarely I still scalp it, but honestly higher time frames have been more profitable for me because I don't need to worry too much, you know, and I think especially recently there's like some brutal like Bitcoin I think is quite manipulated in the sense that there's like a lot of, you know, stop chasing and things like this where it just especially on the lower time frames um uh, how to say it can be quite, you know, quite easy to get like stopped out or liquidated or whatever. And there's like a lot of noise, you know, especially in the recent, I'd say 1 month or so. You know, you have a lot of full retraces of moves. I mean,
Yeah.
you're sharing your screen right now. You can see those moves on your left. You
Yeah.
know, this kind of so many people got liquidated there. I mean, there's so much, you know, there's so much noise there on for me, it makes more sense to trade, especially on Bitcoin, like higher time frame, moving averages with like just, you know, big stops and, you know, for bigger swings.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I prefer to do, you know, to trade lower time frames on like altcoins, really anything that'll have a good risk reward. That's kind of what I focus on most. So if I like if I see a nice setup, I usually look for like several factors. Usually, moving averages is one of them, but mainly like divergences on OBV, RSI. You know, like some of the indicators that I wrote.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
those will usually uh, they will show like signs of weakness on several time frames that you can easily work with. And then like if there's a convergence between like a few of them, then I'll just you know decide where I enter and then kind of see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really,
I understand.
yeah. As long as you know, as long as you, I mean, honestly, I get stopped out, you know, probably half of the time. No, a bit less, but um, the fact that I only choose trades with like a risk reward of at least three. I mean, on average, it's right now it's around five. So I mean, I don't even if I'm 50% profitable, in the end, I'm still making a really good amount of money
Yeah.
just because um yeah, because my risk reward is that's like literally all I care about.
Yeah.
I
True.
mean,
Like risk management is really important. If you can't
yeah,
manage to risk and without a strategy, you can't be like profitable in the long term.
yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. And
I
as
mean,
you
also, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
now, I want to talk more about Bitcoin, but you go ahead. So
No, let's talk about Bitcoin.
yeah, yeah.
I agree with you.
Like all these weeks on a 4 hour, you can see like all these buys getting absorbed pretty quickly. So that's why I think like one more down before more up. So like this whole area seems like to be a good long.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I want to hold this area to be honest, but yeah, for swing would be nice. So we got like I
But,
think two questions. Do you trade order blocks?
oh, well, uh, are you?
Because it's not like something I focus on. It's like it has a same uh, like supply and demand zones. It's similar but not the same. So to the two questions about order blocks. I
Wait, where are
have
you seeing this? Where are you seeing
in
the
Ask
question?
Anything chat. It's
I
on
haven't seen
members
it.
area.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my bad. I was on the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I think blocks are very cool to work with. I mean, it's it's more like a what works for you kind of a thing. I mean, there's a tons of information you can take out of trading and charts, and if you look at order blocks, that's a great way to trade. But like I think, everyone has their own kind of trading style. I mean, I know that Watts Barras, I don't know if he's here actually right now. I know he trades a lot with order blocks,
Yeah,
and I sometimes actually check his analysis of order blocks, but I personally don't really look at them too deeply because I prefer to look at like divergences and momentum instead,
yeah,
and like trend lines and I yeah, that's just kind of my way of looking into it. Sometimes I'll look at like exo charts or trading light,
yeah, yeah.
but that's
Like,
yeah.
mostly I'm looking at exo charts. I don't use any indicators except it's the VWAPs, anchored VWAPs, and normal VWAPs. But other than that, it's mostly looking at footprint charts and order flow.
Yeah, and someone just asked like what OB to take and which one not to take. You see, that's a thing. That's like no one. I mean, there you have the bullish and the bearish order blocks for sure, but like you're never really sure, are you? It's well, you're not of anything, but it can be very tricky to recognize which OBs um are the ones to take and which aren't. That's why it is really, it's something to study in depth and then kind of incorporate it into your trading, into your strategy, something that I'm personally not extremely familiar with. So I prefer not to give you advice on that. That makes sense.
So there's also another question about automating strategies. Like, I think you are the right guy to
Yeah, I
ask.
mean, automating is really like it works if you have a strategy, right? You can't. A lot of people just expect, oh, I'm gonna automate things and it's gonna work for me, and that's not exactly how it works. You have to actually test something live for a while, and then figure out like what parameters are the right ones for what market, and then if you've traded a certain strategy enough times live and back tested it like on replay mode, for example, and you are pretty sure um, that it works. I mean, pretty sure because you're never really sure. But then, you can work with, I mean, Pine, for example, the native language. If you want, I can share my screen and kind of get into that. If you know, I kind of wanted to also chart some of the altcoins in this, but we can kind of deviate to this quickly as you wish.
Sure ones.
Um, but just to answer Sal Low's question, how to automate a trading strategy. Once you have your strategy and you want to automate it, it's really simple as long as you know how to use Pine. So you can create, an indicator or a strategy, or you can actually use someone else's because there's like most strategies that we will use in some form are already available as indicators or strategies on Pine on TradingView on the indicator and strategy list. You have like, I don't know, tens of thousands, right? It's all about like fine tuning it to how you want it, and then you can set yourself alerts on TradingView, and then you'll need like a third party plugin. Well, something like, I don't know, 3 commas or Wonderbit, or I don't know what they're all called. And from there, then comes the really important part, because then you kind of want to get into the risk, reward, and all of the stop loss, take profit. That's going to be more difficult. That's like the most difficult part about a strategy. Like that defines whether, you're going to be profitable or not. It's not necessarily the strategy itself. It's more like, um, how well have you dealt with, risk and reward and the probabilities behind it. Like you can't you can't if you're trying to automate, sorry, I'm not going to take too long with this, but if you're trying to automate a strategy, let's say on Bitcoin on the 30-minute chart or 1 hour chart, and you're looking for like, I don't know, you have a stop loss set at like 10% and take profit at 30%. It's not really gonna work out for you, because you're on a low time frame. Or the same if you're working on the 4 hour chart or whatever, and you have stops set up at like 1-2%. Your strategy, even though it's great, visually it's probably gonna fail. Just because you'll get stopped out by wicks, and your bot is just not going to do well. So I think that is even more important than anything else. Yeah. And, what do you think? Should we?
Yeah, you can switch to some altcoins, I think.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Let's maybe have a look at the
Like
El
let me
Numero Uno ETH.
let me share ETH exactly. Wait. So ETH
And
has been pretty strong, stronger than BTC the last few days, as expected. I missed my long, like it was pretty close. I had planned to long 3,200, but it was my sleep time, so yeah, I missed that. It also holds the yearly upper band of the VWAP, so also nearly tech 3.6. For now, I think if it holds like this whole area here, 3.4, we can see some pretty nice up move. So the next resistance I will be watching is like 3.9. Yeah, that's like my opinion on ETH. Also ETH BTC is looking good. So as you can see, this was a really strong resistance, like 7.5, and now broke it. So targeting first this area, and if we manage to break this, ETH can have some really nice runs, especially if ETH runs, altcoins runs too. So yeah, that's my opinion.
yeah, I agree with you. I do think though that in terms of like my momentum indicators and all of that, they're showing like a similar kind of setup, um as we had in August last year. If you want, I'll share my screen. I'll show you what I
Yeah, you
mean.
can do that.
Yeah. Let me do that. Okay. So you see in August, well, it was not August, but in July, you had this entire move, this double bottom, and then you had this entire uh, move up, which was pretty much straight, like a vertical line up, and with like constant little trend line flips, and kind of just grinding along that main trend line. I mean, I can draw it up on the log chart. It's easier to see. You had like just ETH was going wild here, so you had this whole, if you draw a trend line there, I mean, it was just grinding up this one trend line the entire time, and
Yeah.
then obviously the other one as well. I think something in terms of momentum, you're like we're observing something very, very similar at the moment. Let me just put it on the daily. Let me know if I'm going too fast or whatever. But like you see this right here, this entire scenario, and then you had this it's not really distribution, but it's definitely a slow, like this is where the low caps started popping off, I think, if I remember well. But right now you have kind of not 100% similar, but like you see how there's like this, and it always happens right when there's like here in this case there was like a weekly. This is, by the way, for those that are interested in order blocks, this is like one of your bearish order blocks right here on the daily, if I'm not mistaken. So this is right on that bearish order block, which is like on the weekly this was a resistance. So that's where this entire spiel started playing out. And we have something similar here because, like, I mean, I drew this uh, yesterday. I mean, look, this is definitely kind of, in my eyes, this is a resistance that's pretty apparent, something like this, and it's gonna. I basically, I see something like maybe get another wick up and like something like this playing out, and until you kind of, I don't exactly know, but something like similar to this in terms of momentum, in my opinion, is likely. I don't, well, sorry. I don't think we will, after having done, what is that, 41% in the last, I don't know, in the last 2 weeks. I don't think it's likely that this is broken straight away and that we just head like to 4K. I think it's more likely that here, there's a bit of kind of a shuffle around here, and some things will pop off, some things won't. But like, I think there's gonna be a slight kind of reaccumulation, or you have like maybe a pennant building, some what's it called? I kind of see it, you have on a divergence level and on a momentum level, this is like a clear, like this is, I would not long here. Just this is like a very clear you know, divergence, a bearish one, um on the RSI, for example. Um this is I mean, this is a 1 week, a 1 day chart. On the weekly you don't have like this, but weekly actually looks pretty dope. Like, still room to go, but I like to draw some of these sometimes. What do you think?
Yeah. Overall, like I
Would you
think,
agree?
yeah, there's still like we still have got room for more upside. It's possible like we can stay in this area for like another 1 to 2 weeks. It's possible, but
But like,
same
you see what I mean here? How similar this kind
yeah
of price action is?
same with like
This
Bitcoin too.
zigzaggy.
Yeah,
Yeah, this like it's like a slow grind up with a lot of sharp um and I think this is like the unexpected like this right now is kind of where I would sit on my hands. On I'm kind of more interested in looking for like little short scalps or whatever. And not really like I will long again once I see that there's like something built up here, like something that gives me confidence. Right now this is not really confident to trade ETH. So yeah. I mean, wait, I haven't checked if there's any questions.
Epic wants to see the Doge chart.
Yeah, of course he does.
I'm
No
so
jokes.
pumped.
Um, I have like an allergy against Doge, honestly. I think it's like, I don't know. Uh, we'll chart that as well. I think that's number. Well, we'll go a bit quicker now. Do you have anything else to say about E?
No, no.
No, should we go to well, we're not gonna chart Tether, but let's do BNB. But um Epic, we're gonna chart Doge after, I promise. It's number 12. Well, technically it's gonna be number 10. Let's see. BNB perps. Oh, I'm still sharing screen. Do you wanna share yours, or
You
we
can
good
start.
sharing
You can
mine?
start. Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, everything is kind of at the same place at the moment, especially the top 10 coins. You see all of them have like been in this range for like since January for the last 3 months and are literally now like at the cusp of the range high. Either have already, left it or are literally this is basically very, very similar to Bitcoin right now. Like this is like a what is going on. This could easily go down and up. So, and in terms of momentum, I mean, like what I look for example, I do think there's strength there, but I also see that on like the daily chart, you have a lot of these like bearish divergences building up with price, and those are kind of the signs I look for not to get into any trades. Um, and I would even for short here, I would probably wait because this is too in my opinion, this is too risky to short because we're literally on like we're technically above this main resistance I mean technically, but it's a difficult place right now, not gonna lie. This would have been cool to long actually, this for BNB. Like this is kind of what I look for. I didn't see this at all, but this is like a very, very clean um, break and retest for BNB. Like I think honestly those for major alts, especially like BNB, Luna, um, Solana, these work extremely well and are extremely successful. I mean, if you can, you know, like if you play these right, you don't even need a big like a huge distance to your stop loss. No matter how you're charting these, whether on log or not, usually you'll find I mean, some kind of trade that will suit you. But this is great. I mean, this is probably how I would have traded this for something here. 2% stop, like a 10. I would have exited probably here at 7, 6. So it'd be a nice 3.3 R trade, and I would have been out. Um, that's for BNB. You want to go into the lower time frames of that one? I don't know.
Yeah.
Are many of you guys interested in BNB at the moment?
Like it looks good in my opinion if it can hold like
Yeah,
this 440 area.
yeah,
Like also.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I
This
think.
thing is a beast. It's just like slowly kind of
Yeah.
grinding. It'd be interesting to see what happens around these levels. If we do get there, like what this even is. If this is just one giant joke or like one massive accumulation or like further upside, you know,
Yeah.
that's gonna be interesting to see. For now, yeah, I mean that's all there is to say for BNB really.
Yeah.
Um, Solana is a really interesting one to chart for me because that's like one of the ones I actually do manually trade. So should we go on to that one?
Yeah, continue.
And I'm charting it on perpetuals, but look at this move. This is just fantastic. See, I got it. What was it here? I got in a long, just under, right here. I got in a long because I was like, I looked at this. I remember telling myself like this is gonna pop, and I kind of just went for it, and I took profit here at 116. So that was a really nice one. I bought some spot as well here around, but Sol did well basically. It's now above actually what I was, this yellow zone is kind of for me was the area to look, the main area for a reaction to look for, and it's kind of sitting on there right now. So this is a great place to just wait and see. Like if we go lower, I think we'll go somewhere. I mean, I like to look at, someone just mentioned volume. I don't necessarily mean use volume that much. This down here, but I do like to use um, the VPVR and on there, like if you just, for example, look on the daily, for me, this, you see this here, this was like the peak. I think they call it POC, POC, right?
Yeah.
The point of control. And this was kind of the main resistance in my eyes. And this is kind of where I wanted to wait to see what's going to happen. And then from there, we might get some kind of stability. Like, I don't think so. Okay, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't think we just rip up from here. I think there's going to be like a market-wide kind of maybe another week of indecisive shuffle. Just like maybe a bit down and then whatever. This is just like, because everything is at the same spot now. Whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's BNB, all the major alts are like right there. And it's like, in terms of buyers and sellers, there's a lot of indecision. Well, I can see that, or it looks like it on the charts. But this was a great trade for those that took it. This was a really great trade. Yeah. Do you have anything to add on Sol, especially on the long time frames? You want to give something?
Yeah, let me share my screen.
Yeah. Oh,
You can see my screen.
I just. Yes.
Okay, nice. So I went long on here, 104.5 was my area. I got filled like.
Wait, I can't. I can't see your screen.
You can't wait.
No, I can't.
No.
Yes. No, I can't.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I'm still long from this area here. Really hold nice, and we are currently still above the yearly VWAP and also above the upper band. So now a little of stalling here, as you said, but I think as long as we can hold like here the lows from back here, and we should be good to go and test like 155. But overall, I also got like stinky bits on all alts. If you get a quick flush, it's still possible in my opinion. So don't over leverage, especially not at the highs here. You can still get nice downs Like if we get 121 again, would be a quick long, or even if we get this area again, what I don't think we will get. So for now, I'm still holding my long, and if I see any weakness, for example, closes below this area, I will start taking more profits. And
Yeah.
if I got like really low, and as you can see, like not much going on, especially not on weekends. You know, price stays at the same area. Price hasn't moved since 1st April. We're still at the same spot, and holding this level is for me still bullish.
I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. I think that's enough.
I'm gonna keep
for
checking
us.
the ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luna's next,
Oh
right?
yeah. Luna is a great one. I was
Let me
trading
check it
that today.
quick. Like, I haven't traded Luna for a time but for scalping it's really nice, to be honest.
I think yeah. If you, 1 second. Live stream. Back. Yeah, I've been heavily I've been trading Sol and Luna recently a lot. I think Luna has been probably um the best coin in my opinion to trade, especially if you like trading with like trend lines. Let me know if you see my screen, by the way.
Wait.
Hello?
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's an internet issue here. I live on a rice field, so sometimes you get these. Just reload it quick. Okay. You hear me now?
Yes.
Is that me or oh it's my chart is loading, so I assume it is me. Let's give it a second. I have there we go. Okay. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you.
Awesome. Luna has been absolutely fantastic to trade. Let me just remove all this. I don't know. Do you also chart using like trend lines?
No, not at all. Like,
Really?
only horizontal
I kind
lines.
of okay. That's actually that's great. That's great as well. For me, I have been doing that a lot with Luna this way, especially because it's just been giving prime setups with very high risk. You know, on the risk reward side, it's been great. You know, you have these break, retest, doesn't even deviate much from that. You have like really nice. And if you set yourself a 2% stop, you know this is a 20% move. You can technically take like a 9 hour trade on Luna. Obviously, you don't know that in advance, but like then on this one here, you know this was another. I'm gonna go on 1 hour just to show you. Um, this is another clean break. Retested that slightly and just absolutely rocketed up. I remember, you know, I always look for.
Bro, we can't hear you. Like, your voice isn't. Still no voice.
Still no voice?
Ah, now.
Yeah. As I said, you had this really amazing setup.
Bro, your voice is again. Ah, now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was, no, not you. You resume. I think
Your voice is like really low and cutting off.
you continue then.
Yeah, okay, I will go for it.
Yeah, you continue.
Yeah, so like trading Sol on the low time frame. Looking at the 30 minutes, like playing highs and lows is pretty easy sometimes. For example, you can take this low here and retesting this area with a nice tight stop loss and playing this like for that's like how I would play it. It's quick and nice scalps. And now on the lower higher time frame you can see like some breakdown here, but as long as we can hold this area here, we should be good for more upside. For any longs, if we want to take any swing longs, I think a retest of this area would be nice. So if we can hold like the $100 mark, we should be good to go. Anything, and for any swing shorts, like really shorts you want to play hold for long, not really now, but any like acceptance below this area would be a nice short. But for now, as I said, like Solana, Luna and Avax are pretty strong coins you want to look into, and also play scalps if you are interested in that. Yeah, so I think Marketmusician is having some problems, but you can all hear me, right? I think so. Yeah.
Wait, I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Like really low.
I'm gonna try. I'm going to.
Like literally, I can't hear you anymore. So yeah. Okay, that's good. You can hear me at least. So I think.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, that's good. I can see like simple levels are getting respected here. So yeah, that's it for Solana, I think, and we can move to the next coin. What's the next coin? To be honest, I don't know.
Right now, this is Luna that you're.
I can't hear you, bro. Anyone knows what the next coin is? Otherwise, I will just look into Doge.
Or Doge.
Let's look at Doge. So, damn, I didn't know it pumped that much. So yeah, that's like this area really hold nice. So now we're seeing a pump into Doge. Oh, let me clean this chart. Yeah, to be honest, this looks like it's going to pump soon. Like really, yeah. It looks like it's going to pump. Any major resistance levels like we got here, this here, this would be like a resistance you would be looking at. On the low time frame we have, yeah, like it's dumping again. You can see maybe retrace this whole pump. I think we got this pump because Elon Musk bought Twitter shares and there was something about Doge, so now it's trying to hold the yearly VWAP. As you can see, not the strongest bounce, expecting more from a yearly VWAP. So maybe I'm going to look for a short to retrace this pump on the low time frame, so acceptance below the yearly reward would be a short for me, a quick scalp, and higher time frame if you can hold. Yeah, I expect to test 16 cents would be first test, and above that, like you can see Doge PA looks really similar a lot of time. Big pumps on the news and then retrace, big pumps, retrace, pump, retrace. Like the same may happen like if you get a big pump again and then retrace. So yeah, that's it for Doge, I think. Epic, no, we can't long now. If you want to risk, why not? But to be honest, wait, it's really holding that yearly VWAP. Yeah, but not long now. So yeah, I wouldn't long now Doge. The risk is too much. Like you could like put a stop below here, playing with a 2% stop, and your target would be at least this high again.
Financial advice.
But only for like low time frame scalps, nothing major to hold. Like I never remember holding Doge for longer than 1 day or 2 days maybe. It's only scalping. Yeah.
You hear me again?
Yeah, but really low voice.
Seriously, still? What you mean, like in terms of volume?
Still like. Can you talk loud? Yeah, still not. So I think that's it for Doge. Not much. Marketmusician, I still can't hear you. Like it's cutting off your voice every few seconds. I'm just moving to the next coin. I think XRP was there somewhere. So what do you have here? Oh, nice rejection of this resistance. Didn't have any alerts here. But yeah, 90 cents is a strong resistance if you want to go long. May watch. Is it the yearly? Yeah, the yearly VWAP at 70. Yeah, maybe this whole area would be nice thing to watch, but I don't trade XRP. It's not like the best price action to trade. Like there are a lot of other coins you can trade better and for more returns. So I'm not really interested in XRP for now. Maybe if it hits like some bits at 70 cents would be good. Any other chart requests? Someone is saying GMT. And this is retracing a lot now. Regarding GMT, so you bought at 85 cents. What I like to say is it's never wrong to take profits, especially when you're up nice like 3-4x. So yeah, take some profits, and for now we have broken down of some levels. Yeah, let us see. Next level you want to see holding is this. Yeah, like you can see the perfect bounce out of this area. Lose this level and I will be targeting something. The thing is, it recently pumped a lot and we have some huge volumes going on, especially in areas like here and here. So it's not going to break down like this. That shouldn't happen. But if we lose level on the allowed like higher time frame like this. If you lose this level here, then you can expect to retrace this whole pump. But that's if we lose this level. For now, on the lower time frame, you can still scalp this really nicely. We got strong levels you can mark. So yeah, that's for GMT. Any other chart requests? Myself, what I'm looking, not many coins. Like ZIL has broken down too on the low time frame, but now trying to hold. Wait, I think it's better to show on the 1 hour chart. Some demand here.
I think I managed with I think you guys might hear me better now.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Cake. Let's do cake.
Okay.
Someone said cake.
Okay.
I like cake.
Let me look at. Okay. Wow. Damn. How much did this pump? Already up nearly 2x. Let me see my chart.
There's like just one day of just massive volume.
Yeah. I think Bake pumped too, right?
I think
Yeah,
so, but
yeah.
also cake right now. I mean, they're all at the same point. They're like every coin right now is at that resistance.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all right there. They're just sitting there, and
that's
things are
why
kind of.
you shouldn't go long now, because a lot of altcoins are resistance. Maybe wait like for a quick flush, or even on the lower time frame for lower levels. Like if I would look at Cake, maybe this would be a nice area here. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
This would be a nice area to long, probably. Also at the yearly rewrap. So, but please don't long here. Like you can see, we got this good supply, getting all the buys getting absorbed quickly, fast. So what I like to do is either wait for a flip of these strong resistance levels, or just wait for lower levels.
Mm-hmm.
What do
And
you
someone
think?
else. No, I absolutely agree. I've never traded cake actually, ever, but I absolutely agree with you. Yeah. What haven't we charted yet? Avax, right?
Avax, yeah.
That should be technically our number 10.
Like you can see, I was waiting for this level to flip, but we got some like really high volumes again, buyers and sellers trying to break either side. So for now, yeah, sellers are taking the upper hand. So what I want to see still is like a flip of this 97 area would be for me for a big long. Other than that, also have still bids at this area here. So may get it, but I think that's like, how far is it away? 10-15%. So yeah, either we get a flush or I'm waiting for a flip of this area, because all in all, as I said, Solana, Luna, Avax will perform really well if we get a nice run.
Yeah, in my opinion, actually, if I could share quickly,
yeah,
my chart, and I hope you guys that you hear me. On Avax, you can already see how there's like the momentum is weakening. You can actually see that like on the 6 hour chart, you have like RSI is already going below 50, and then like the trend line, the main trend line that it's been grinding on, has actually broken down. This one here, kind of there it broke. There's a retest, and that's what happened here. On the 1 hour, you'll be able to see. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. You see here?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't trade with trend lines. I get that, but I just want to illustrate what we have here in terms of this is like a classic break and retest in the bearish version. You have this breaks and there's a retest right onto here, and now it's sometimes there's a bit of manipulation and it goes like it re-breaks the original trend line, but usually that doesn't happen. So usually there's kind of some reaction, whether it's like, I don't know, to here. This is already too late to short anyway,
Yeah.
for Avax at least. But I could see it coming down to like 90. Yeah, probably roughly 90 or something before anything else. Let's see what we have here. Actually, I think I got a short signal in there recently.
Right at the top.
Huh? Yeah, it's a divergence indicator.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what else is there to say about Avax? I like Avax a lot actually. It's one of the. I also noticed that it's incredibly fast. I oftentimes also look up like the functionality, and I've been using it as well to like transfer myself money, from to use for. I have a crypto.com card, so sometimes I transfer myself from there or to Coinbase, and it's very fast. It's sometimes faster than Solana, and like similar fees, I think, like very 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 low fees, which is great. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. What else? Is there any more questions on the chat?
No, currently not. Let's wait a few seconds, maybe.
Does anyone have any questions? Anything they want to talk about? They want to discuss on here? Someone is looking to take a short on GMT around 2.6. Is it a nice play? I don't want to give anyone advice on where to short or long. Actually, GMT. Let's check it out. What is it? GMT USD. Wow, that's a crazy. I've never traded this, and that is one move. Do you see this? Okay, someone is looking to short 2.6. Yeah, I personally, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. This is, in my opinion, is a textbook kind of, what is it called? A descending triangle, but it's descending onto a horizontal kind of resistance, and I personally don't think you will get 260 before it drops. I think this is a kind of, I think there's like in terms of probability, this is like a very clean, uh, this is, I'm not obviously telling you to do anything, but like this kind of descending triangle has a very, very high chance of playing out towards the downside. And unless it's like, unless you get like a little thing like this and down, but this is something like this is very likely. likely before 260. I obviously don't know, but like I've shorted several coins in the past. I usually don't do this. Like I wait for this to happen. I wait for like an actual break, and then this is where I short. And then obviously I don't think it would go down this far, but you get it. This is crazy though. Holy shit! What is that? Like a 300. It's like a 3x move, and holy crap, that's insane. I don't even know what GMT is, so I usually do not short it. um, Usually someone says, "How do you know if we're going into alt season?" Usually people start asking that towards the end. That's what I always did. I was like, okay, I think it's alt season now, and that's like literally when the end happened, and that's when like things started to kind of have a little bit of a dump again. But this was alt season. I mean, look at this. It's like a 300% move. No, but I understand what you mean. Like Sol actually did a very nice move from here to here. This is all last month. 81%. This is incredible. Like this is very much towards like yeah, alt season. It's like similar kind of moves it was doing here throughout this, what people were actually calling alt season. Or was it here? This is also like 80%. No, a bit more. Anyways, do you want to add something?
No. I think like the general term alt season, like everything already pumped like 50 to 100%, and then people start asking about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, oh, someone wants a general overview on Axie. That's an interesting one. I've I've traded this one before, but I've never bought its spot. But it had a. This is really cool because it found a nice bottom here. You could see it. I mean, it did. Um, it broke this whole downtrend. Some people like to look at it with EMAs, and now it's like literally right here. Like if you look at the daily, like these are the daily moving averages. It's it's literally at the average right now, like between, and the moving averages are converging. So from here, really anything can happen. In my opinion, there's a bit of downside happening right now. I doubt that this whole move will be retraced, but I do think there's like a chance. Like it kind of, it looks to me like there could be a move back down to like 58. Oh, see, it's my other indicator doesn't even work on this yet. This is cool. This is like a great like this could be the start of a new, either of a bit of a shuffle, you know. You have these periods where like market is just going sideways and just indecisive. So this could be this, like an like a accumulation zone. It's like here, just like this kind of range that's building for AXS. and then kind of after breaking this range or taking some more time, perhaps even revisiting the low, who knows? But generally, I don't know much even to say. I don't want to give anyone any advice. But generally, I think this is a positive start to, like, could be the start of a trend change, in my opinion. But who knows? Yeah. Let me just check this quickly. Yeah, this is. I mean, this is just it's at resistance, or it was at least. You can see that talk is here as well in terms of volume traded. So I hope you guys are still listening.
Yeah, I can hear.
So yeah, is there anything else?
I don't see any new questions.
Yeah, as in, I think that's it. There's one. Yeah, I think
Someone
in
is saying.
general. Yeah, I think. Thank you, Jerry. Best indicators. Bread pit. I love it. I love it. Um, best indicators for scalping. That depends on what you're kind of looking for in a scalp. Some people like to, you know, if you're trying to catch bottoms, and like there's a huge difference between reactive and proactive strategies, right? There's like reactive is EMAs or breaks, and proactive is usually with S and R, like supply and sorry, I'm a bit tired. Resistance and support and resistance, and that's kind of wait. Let me get into this more. Um, I prefer to scalp using a a more proactive approach, using divergences and but like setting bids beforehand rather than waiting for EMA. So it really depends on what you want to do and what your risk tolerance is and whatever, or what kind of, if you're looking for setups with like what your RR is, your risk reward. If you're going for one-to-one trades, then you can easily scalp using, for example, order flow is great for scalping. I know that Watts uses that a lot. A lot of guys use that. Um, a lot of traders. I say
Yeah, in
guys, but
general.
I just mean just traders in general.
Yeah. Like personally, I scalp a lot with BTC and ETH only, using exo charts and flow, because
Yeah,
it's like the most simple thing, especially when you're in a range. It's like the most simple thing to do until proven otherwise.
yeah. I usually scalp using. I mean, if I do with Bitcoin, it's mainly like with indicators that I created, especially with one that I call Da Vinci. I haven't uploaded that one or made it public just because it's not finished yet, and also I don't. Well, some animals going crazy in the background, but usually it just looks at several indicators and it kind of gives you areas where it's easy to long and short based on divergences, right? So here you had one. For example, this is the 5-minute chart, so it's really a lot of noise and not much. Like I never scalp on like super low time frames. Actually, I'll do it on like the 30 minutes, or I'll look for an even better entry maybe on the 5 minute, but like I won't really go lower than the 30-minute chart. Mainly because especially there's so much noise, there's so much wicks and stuff going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now there's like a nice little move here. A lot of volume compared to the last few candles.
Yeah, I think the stock market opened, that's why.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm a bit confused because right now here it's 9:30 at night.
Okay.
So yeah, but look at this. This is a cool candle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Slowly grinding up. Anyways, that's kind of in a scalp. What I look for is, these kind of divergences. This, for example, this is the 30-minute chart. This would have been a cool one to take. I'm pretty sure my indicator would have gotten this actually. You have like this price going down. You have this is just one indicator. I'll look at more than just RSI, also OBV sometimes, but these usually on lower time frames like 30 minutes, you can get a nice kind of 3R setup. So if you have here a stop loss of, I mean, let's just say you have a 1% stop loss, you'll usually get your 3% out of it on the 30 minutes. So this in this case, this would have been a great trade. And then you obviously need to see here, it would have been a long in terms of divergences. So this is like basically this algorithm just takes into account RSI and a few others and sees like if enough of them have a divergence, then it'll post a signal. But you can do it also. What this does, you can do it manually just by using your eye. You can see it, what's happening. It's just a script. Yeah. So these kind of little setups are actually what you can capitalize most on because yeah, at least that's how I trade. Like this little move here could have made me more money than like this entire move here. You don't really need much. You just need a great risk reward setup, and the rest kind of um, well, you need like a few great trades every month, and some, obviously some will fail, but like a few really good ones, and you're set. And then you just compound, compound, compound. That's what I did. Yeah. And for example, I diversify. I'm not giving advice, by the way, but like I don't really buy a lot of spots other than when I have a really good month. I'll like diversify like 1/5 or a fourth of my profits into a basket of alts that I think will do well. And like I won't choose a time. I'll just throw it in, you know. But that's not. It's just for long, like for as an investment, just as a hedge, pretty much. And it'll never be like a lot. It'll just be like a fraction of profit. So it's like I'm not risking anything at all. Yeah. Are you still there? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's it, right?
I
For
think that's
today.
it. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think. I hope you. I hope next time we can have it that less in a less confusing manner
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the live stream and maybe
100%.
maybe we can. yeah, set it up slightly different. But like I hope everyone found it at least some like got something out of it.
Yeah, and going forward, like personally, I would show more like of my trading style, and you can show like yours.
Yeah.
If people are interested.
Hmm.
So
And
thanks
if you
for
have,
tuning in. Yeah,
yeah,
go.
no, I was gonna say if you have any specific questions about any setups or not setups but like trading styles or you can always just message in the ask anything section and just tag me. I'm not always available on Discord because I do a lot of things every day, but I'll try and help. I'll try and get to you know to answering anything.
Yeah,
And
same.
yeah, I
Just tag us
I
and we can try to
yeah.
answer.
All right. Take care, everyone,
Yeah,
and
thanks for tuning
good
in.
night, good morning, and good day to everyone.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.